walk and talk. Thanks, Lisa. I appreciate it, and thank each and every one of you guys for being here this evening at TC New Tech. Again, my name is Christian Smith. I'm honored to be the president of a new group here called Shared Sky. Start with a 30,000-foot overview. So we're a 501c3 just getting started. We kind of founded ourselves late last year, but this week is our first kind of public rollout. Some of you may have seen the TC Ticker article on Monday, which is the first time we'd had anything out, and then this is our first public presentation. So we're excited to be here and appreciate the opportunity. And we are based here in Traverse City. So what you guys can take from tonight's presentation is how we got started, what our group is comprised of, and why we're doing what we're doing. So starting with the how, late last year, all the companies you're seeing up here on the screen needed to find a new place to call home. So we did over on Woodmere Avenue, and we have a building there, we're calling it the Drone Node. So all of us coming together and connecting in one building. All the representatives there are on the board of directors for Shared Sky. But once we were there, we realized we could go further beyond just a brick and mortar building. With the established drone companies that were already here and educators and things like that, you can see, we decided to bring in some of that talent that was also native to Traverse City and have them join our group as well. So we brought in the folks from Drone Law Pro, Enrico Schaefer, who many of you guys know from his involvement here, Northwestern Michigan College, their aviation division, and then MSU's Ag Tech is going to come in as kind of an application guru. So we thought we'd start today with what we aren't, just to clear that off. As our nonprofit, we're not a service provider. We're also not manufacturers of technology ourselves, and we're not a flight school. So now that we've got that off the table, we can keep going on. So what are we? We're a grassroots association of members, and that is building strong starting this week. We've already got about 15 people signed up after one article, and we hope to see that grow every day from here on out. But our goal here is to connect the community with technology in the drone space. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about drones. Obviously, the privacy is a very contentious topic right now in the public, and we're here to hopefully bring some light to those issues. And so that's the goal of our organization. So we're going to add on 3 types of membership. The individual member would be any of you guys individually that were very interested in supporting the drone efforts. Discounts for military and students. As your business, let's say you're a drone-specific business, so someone that's operating in the UAS space directly, we have space for you. And then someone that's associated with the drone world. So you use drones in your business, like a realtor company, something like that, but that's not your sole purpose. You can jump on that way as well. So why are we doing this? We think we're already the unofficial capital of drone use here in Michigan, but we'd like to make this the official capital. We want to be the go-to for people on how to connect technology with the right groups, and we think by doing that we'll be able to build the trust with the public moving forward. So our goals here are to educate, advocate, and network the people that are a part of our organization. And by doing that, we'll further the safe and ethical uses of drones, and we'll be the grassroots organization with the scope being here in Michigan to start. So work in progress right now, things we're already doing. We've met with the Grand Traverse County executives, and they've been very supportive so far. And the Economic Development Board is excited to have a technology go-to, specifically in the drone space. They're going to help us with our business plan and strategic plan moving forward, and that's exciting. We appreciate all their help. We have a meeting next week with the Grand Traverse Sheriff's Office, 2 of their lieutenants, and the emergency management coordinators to start talking about the ways we can use drones out in the field. And then we're hoping to start America's first drone park right here in Traverse City. And that's something we're really excited about, like the skate park thing. Where do you put all these people? We'll just dump them out by the bay, right? So next steps, we're going to be talking with TCAPS here shortly with an official partnership to bring STEM education to the classroom, which we think this is a great group to be able to do that, speaking on behalf of a lot of different facets. We're working with the Boy Scouts for a drone day in October where they can, all of Western Michigan's troops can come out and hang out with us. We'd like to get involved with the governor's task force here in the state, and then we'd like to just continue building our membership. So how can TC New Tech help? Your guys' support as a technology partner, bringing jobs here, computer programmers, things like that. We would love to look to you guys for that type of a partnership, and together we hope we can make this more of a tech hub. So you can pick up a membership with us today. See us at the table in the back. You probably saw some of the drones walking in. Learn more about our membership and what we're doing, or visit our website, sharesky.org. So thank you guys very much for your time. We'll have the rest of the board come up and join me for questions. James Greenway from Skyscopes, Dennis Wyan from Zero Gravity Aerial, and Rob Dreer from the college. And like I said, Enrico's unfortunately not able to join us today. So, questions? Go ahead, ma'am.
What are the benefits of your membership? So if I were to give you money today, what does that mean?
Well, the money for our members is really going to go to advancing the safe use of drones in our community. We want to increase technological innovation here in Traverse City. And so just recently, the state government passed SB 992, which allowed the states and the local municipalities to advance some drone regulations that aren't circumvented by the FAA. And so we don't want our community to be drone unfriendly. And so we want to find a middle ground, what works for the community and what works for business development. And so that's the way some of your money will be spent if you're going to join our organization.
Already we've had some people reach out to us from departments like the Grand Traverse Rural Fire Department. So we'll be able to do things that will help these organizations, that will help the public.
Go ahead, sir.
How do you plan on outreach so that you can position Traverse City to be sort of the center for this, as you mentioned?
Yeah, well, like we said, we think we're kind of unofficial, and that's a big thanks to the school. But by showing that Traverse City already has this great network, I think one of the things we struggle with in the community is we have a lot of great talent here. We have a hard time telling the story. So I think by banding together as an organization, we're going to be able to bring light to what we're already doing here in the drone space, and we hope that to connect with people around the state of Michigan that think, we want to get into drones, we don't know where to go. Well, we're showing people that there's great resources here, and we can do it that way. So, go ahead, sir.
Are there any other areas of the state that are doing this kind of thing, or do you consider as a leader?
Not that we know of. Ann Arbor, obviously, with its tech base, has some drone interest, but otherwise, like we said, the school's been a big anchor for this area.
So a couple of years ago, out in Alpena, they started a UAS consortium that hasn't seen much traction, and we don't really know exactly why. But so we want to continue the movement that they've made out on the east side of the state and really try to advance it. And part of that was a result of the fact that the regulation and the regulatory structure hasn't been in place, and now it is as of the end of August of 2016. And so we're really ready to pick up and push that steam forward.
Go ahead.
Besides membership, how can students get involved in the college? More involved?
Rob, do you want to take that one, or discounted student membership?
Yeah, you're going to want to get out there and fly, but do it in a way that works for everybody. So one of the ways that students can get involved is to actually go out there, be knowledgeable about the regulations, what you can and can't do, but also be thinking common sense. So just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean you should. And that's one of our big policy initiatives, is to teach industry best practices. And that's one way that you can be good stewards. So take what we're teaching you in the program and put it out there and educate other people for us as well.
Volunteer opportunities too with some of the events.
Yeah, one other thing that we're planning on doing to implement here, hopefully in the near future, is also internships with NMC. So we can actually have an intern where they can come in and work with Shared Sky, and then you get experience with all of these companies, not just say if you get an internship with Skyscopes, you get an internship with Skyscopes, Interactive Aerial, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, you mentioned real estate and fire and rescue. Can you talk about some of the other applications for drones and how it's being used in the industry?
Absolutely. So that's just one part of it. We want to get more involved with the community, so we're already meeting with the EDC and organizations like that. But we're also looking into, say, ag organizations. There's one organization that manages all of the crops or vineyards in the Leelanau Peninsula. So that's just one industry that we're looking into as well. And that in turn comes with all of our company bases. So we have services, manufacturing. So Shared Sky is going to be part of all of that as well.
Are you guys considering like a public-facing drone competition to just promote, like, you know, the use of drones from just like the day-to-day users?
So it's not something that we've considered yet, but we're really fresh, and one of our major initiatives is founding the nation's first drone park, and so that'd be something we can definitely do once we roll that out and start looking at activities. One of our plans were to actually go out there and do community-facing activities where hobbyists can get out and do their thing with us.
Well, thank you guys for your time. Like I said, we're back in the back at the